Hi, this is a fast food restaurant I developed earlier. So let me just show you guys how this works. When you click on the checkbox, you enter how many in there and there. Let's come to the dessert. Let's say you want maybe altogether you want 9 of those, and so shall we enter maybe 5 and 4 somewhere here, or 2, yeah. And drinks, I'm going go for about 3 of those, 3 and 3, then maybe 5 of that, and 4 of this. So all you just need to do then is to select your method of payment and enter how much you intend to give the cashier or sales assistant, then click on total there. As you can see, I have the total is this, and when it's deducted, that is what is left. So what I'm going to do now is I'll take you guys straight into Visual Basic development environment, and you'll see how I'll put this together. So let's do that now. Hi, welcome to another Visual Basic tutorial of a fast food restaurant. I'm going to start by clicking on New Project. Right there, now that my dialog box is ready, I will now select Visual Basic. Make sure you select Windows Forms Application, and up here enter a name for your project. I'm just going to call it VB_fast food _restaurant. There, maybe copy that. Alright, click on OK. Now that my form is ready, let's define the size of the form. Select properties, and right here will give you your program or your form a name. So that will be 1368 by, let's go for 700. Click on OK. So the next thing is, let's come up here and just in the toolbox, let's grab a panel right here. So maybe change property of that panel. Let's see. Okay, let's change the border style of that panel to fixed single, and we might as well add a label just to denote what our program is all about. So let's say something like that. Let's come in here, grab a label. I'll grab another panel there first and look for a label somewhere. We have a label here. In that very label, let's enter fast food restaurant in there that I copied earlier. Alright. Okay, that's the title, and maybe increase the font size. Now let's select bold and maybe go for 48. Right, let's leave that there for now. Yeah, something like that. Okay, the next thing we want to do is, since we've copied another panel, let's grab another one here, and maybe one more panel. We have 1, 2. Okay, we have 3 panels. Let's change the style or the style of those panels. Let's see 3D, and let's experiment with 3D. Yeah, 3D is not too bad. That's good. Now in here, in that very panel, let's enter some checkbox. 1 checkbox, so 2, 3, maybe 4, I don't know. Let's copy it across. Add this checkbox here. We have another here, and we're going to need some text box as well. Let's grab some labels here. We need one here, another one here. maybe one label here, depending on how we want our application to look like. So now let's come in here for text box. Alright, now we have text box in place. Let's get some buttons in place as well. Go right up there and maybe place a button here. We can always copy those across. Have one here, another one here. Yeah. Okay, now one of these would be for output. Alright, there. Let's call that. Let's give that a name. So we just call that. Let's go for CHK and maybe hamburger. CHK hamburger for that. Let's get it right. Okay, that's the name of that, and maybe just copy the hamburger there and just bang it right inside the text right here. There we go. Right there. And maybe increase the font of all of these components. Let's increase just the font of that, and this one as well. I'll try that again. Just that. Properties. Font. Make that bold about 14. That's fine. And bring this down. This is just going to be a title for the fast food. We're going to need a couple of text box in there. The text box is just to enter how many of these items we want, and this would be for drinks. And do that. Okay, maybe delete all of that. Copy this and bring it in. Since we've already enhanced that, yeah, that's fine. Okay. Now this will be for drinks, so we can always change this one to CHK. Let's go for T, and there, let's enter T right there, and maybe coffee here. Remember, this is supposed to be a fast food joint, so you can just pop in there, grab yourself maybe hamburger or sandwich and just move on. And here, let's go for maybe Coke. Come right down here, enter Coke right there. There. Maybe Coke or cola. Yeah, let's go for cola. Right. Okay, change the name to cola. Right. Now this one, let's go for bottled water. There are some people out there that still buy bottled water, so let's say BW. Yeah, that's fine. BW. Maybe okay, bottled water. Yeah. Okay, we just change the name. Come in here, the text box here, and just enter bottled water there. Oh, no, that's not what I want. Alright, that's fine. Put it there. Okay, now let's complete the fast food itself. Okay, let's just call this maybe CHK cheese sandwich. Yeah, why not? And we just enter, yeah, cheese sandwich. Okay, now just copy that instead of typing all day. Now come right down here where we have the text and just enter that in there. Okay, we have cheese sandwich there. And right here, maybe go for chicken sandwich. Paste and just change this to chicken. Then the name CHK chicken sandwich. Now we have, let's go for the next one. Let's change this to maybe fish. Yeah, why not? The fish sandwich. Right there. And the name, just change that to fish. Okay, what other kind of fast food does a hardworking man need? Let's just move this around. Okay, we have all our standard fast food there. What else do we need? And what about fries? Sometimes they do need fries, so maybe we have some fries here. Let's delete that and copy this across. Let's copy all of this here. Fries, we might sometimes need fries. Okay, here let's enter some other extras in there. Maybe let's go for CHK. Let's go for vanilla drink. Let's make them vanilla clone. Right down here. Copy that and just come down here. If you notice, I'm actually using CheckBox for all, just to give you an option of selecting that. You can always use radio button, but you'll be restricted, so that's why I'm using CheckBox. So let's come here and just call this maybe vanilla shake. Alright, copy that, take it up there. CHK shake. Okay, maybe I'll just speed up the design of the interface and get back to you guys. Okay, let me show you guys this interface. This is how it looks now. There's been a lot of improvements, so let me just run it so that you guys have a look at it. Right there, guys, this is how it all looks for now. Okay, so I don't know if I'm still going to change the interface, but what I want to do now is to start with the coding. So I'm going to take care of these two first, then we'll settle with the total later on. Okay, so let's start with exit. So I'm going to call that, let's declare a variable here, dim I exit as dialog result right there. The reason why I'm using that instead of just going for application.exit is so that it will prompt the end user to confirm if they want to exit. So I.exit equals message box dot show, because that is more reliable and more professional. So let's use that. Confirm if you want to exit. So let's come out here and just give it a title, comma. I'll just call that fast food there. Okay, the next thing is let's enter message box button there, right there, to give us yes or no. Okay, I'm going to select yes or no. Then the next one is let's add an icon. The icon in this case can be maybe message box icon, question, or information. So we can go for question because we want to confirm. Alright, now let's use an if statement to prompt the end user. If I exit equals dialog results dot yes, then application dot exit, application dot exit. Right there, guys, that's all there is to it. So you now know how to write an if statement that prompt the end user to confirm if they would like to exit the system. So let's try it out. You see what I'm talking about. Click on exit. If you stay no, you stay within the system. But if you say yes, there, that's what will happen. Now the next thing is the reset button. We can always use the traditional way of resetting. Just let's say txt whatever dots, maybe clear. Okay, we can always use that, but that's just a lot of this that I have to write, and it's going to look a little bit not too pretty. So what I intend to use is I'm going to use for each. Let's go for 4, using a for each txt, and let's set up an array. Okay, that's my array there. I will now enter txt. Let's go for this drink, comma, another txt, the next one, that's cheese sandwich, another txt, chicken salad, and another txt. We have chicken sandwich, another txt, chocolate mix check, and another txt, chocolate muffin. So what will happen is that we clear that. So let's say txt dot clear. So that is the method we use, and then there. So for the few ones that I've just done, let me show you what will happen. So if I run the system, let's run it, and you see what I'm talking about. I think I have, yeah, I have this, so I'm going to enter some data in there. That is wrong. That's just supposed to be numbers, so we need to take care of that too. So if I click on this there, okay, and let's look for bottled water there. Okay, so that's another way you can just clear your system. So I'll use that. I think I like it. And txt, the next one in this case, that's coffee. Yeah, coffee, and comma txt, did I see cola, txt fish sandwich. So I will just speed that up. Okay, this is just to clear all of the text box. Okay, now what about the others, which is lbl? Okay, in the case of the lbl, so maybe we just do those ones individually because I only have a couple of those. The text equals clear, and the other one, I think I do have tags in there, lbl tags or subtotal clear, then lbl tags clear, lbl total clear. So that is the clear that we have in here for the text box and the labels. Now let's have a look at, okay, here in this case that is if selected, so we just want to deselect all of this. Alright, okay, now that we've taken care of the labels, let's take care of this checkbox. There seems to be a lot of those, so we might as well use for each loop as well. For each, I think I have it as chk, and let's put it inside control array. Then the first one is going to be, let's close it first, then alright, that's fine. chk dot check dot checked dot checked equals, let's make that false. Now let's enter chk bottled water, comma, and comma, we have sandwich chk. Let's go for chicken sandwich. Wow, another one chk. So let's just speed that up now. Okay guys, that is for the checkbox. works exactly the same way as this. So if I run it, okay, and select any item on any checkbox, I can always uncheck it when I click on the reset button. And let's say we enter some value in there. It's meant to accept only numbers, but we're going to work on that. If I click on this, there, you see that, guys. Okay, one other thing is I intend to enter zeros here just as default data. But before that, you see this variable declare for the text box. I'm going to copy all of that because I want all of these when I run the system. I want them all disabled. So let's double click on form load. Right in there, we just change this dot enable equals false. There, that is it. So which means when I run the system, that is it, all of the text box are disabled. Okay, they're all disabled right now. Alright, the only thing I will use to enable it will be this very checkbox. So let's double click on the very first checkbox, this one. Double click on that and enter txt fries dot enable equals true before we can enter data there. So if I run it now and click on this, we can enable that and enter how many fries we want in there. Okay, let's reset. Okay, when we reset as well, just clear it, or do we want it all enabled or disabled? That's another question, but let's take care of this first. You see all of the text box, I'm going to select them all and just enter a value in them. Repeat the same thing for this and here, so that it doesn't give us error. So let's come to the text right here and enter 0 there. I think maybe I should even align it, or maybe center. Okay, center, why not? That's fine. And there's a couple more here. So all of this is taken care of. Let's run it and see. That's how the whole system looks right now. Alright, so with that, guys, let me call it the end of the first part of this tutorial and see you guys on the second part.